There comes a moment when money stops being tomorrow's problem and becomes today's reality. For many, that moment hits in your 40s or 50s, when retirement turns from a dream into a deadline, and suddenly every choice you made or didn't make with your money comes knocking. In this video, we'll walk through how to take control, setting financial goals that are realistic, flexible, and built for where you are right now. No jargon, no judgment, just practical steps to give you clarity and confidence, starting today. Let's be real, setting financial goals can feel overwhelming. Most of us were never taught how to think about money in a structured way. We picked up bits and pieces from our parents, friends, or maybe from trial and error. But very few people ever sat us down and said, here's how to build a financial life that actually works. So we grew up working hard, paying bills, and trying to save when we could, but with no clear direction. Life kept moving, responsibilities piled up, and financial planning became something we do later. But now, in your 40s or 50s, that later is here, and the pressure starts to build. It's not just the lack of knowledge that holds people back. It's often the emotions behind it, guilt for not starting earlier, fear of looking at the numbers, or shame for decisions we regret. These feelings quietly sit in the background, convincing us to put off goal setting even longer. Then there's the confusion. Where do you even begin? Should you be focused on retirement, paying off debt, saving for your kids? What about emergencies? When everything feels like a priority, it's easier to do nothing at all than to pick a single direction. And let's face it, personal finance advice is often either too complicated or too vague. One moment you're told to invest aggressively, the next you're warned to be conservative. You hear terms like compound growth and inflation risk and think, am I even qualified to make these decisions? But here's the truth, you don't need to know everything to make progress. Financial goals aren't about getting it perfect, they're about creating clarity. A goal gives your money a job, it turns chaos into a plan. And once you've got that plan, your stress starts to shrink. Goals also bring focus. Instead of trying to fix everything at once, you choose what matters most right now. Maybe it's building an emergency fund. Maybe it's finally starting that retirement account. Whatever it is, you give it a name, a number, and a deadline, and suddenly it feels doable. Some people avoid setting goals because they think it'll limit them, but the opposite is true. A good financial goal gives you freedom. Freedom to say no to distractions, to stop guessing, and to track your progress in a way that feels real. The key is to start with where you are, not where you wish you were. You don't have to catch up overnight. Even small steps, like reviewing your spending or setting a savings target for the next 30 days. Build momentum. Progress is what creates confidence, and your goals don't have to stay the same forever. Life changes, jobs, health, family, so your goals should be flexible too. That's not a failure. That's how real financial planning works. It grows with you, not against you. So if goal setting has felt intimidating or confusing, it's not your fault. The system was never designed to teach you this stuff. But now you have the chance to learn it, not through theory, but through action. You're in a better position than you think. In the next part, we'll break down exactly how to set a financial goal that actually sticks. Something clear, realistic, and designed to support the life you want to live. No stress, no guilt, just a simple way forward. So now that you're ready to take control of your money, where do you begin? It starts with one clear financial goal, not 10, just one. Because trying to fix everything at once usually means fixing nothing at all. And when your focus is scattered, your results are too. A good financial goal has to be specific. I want to save more isn't a goal, it's a wish. A real goal sounds like this. I want to save $20,000 for emergencies over the next 12 months. That gives you something to aim at and a timeline to work with. It also has to be realistic. If you're living paycheck to paycheck, saving $5,000 a month might not be doable right away, but saving $1,500, that's a start. And once you prove to yourself that you can hit small targets, you'll naturally aim higher. A powerful goal also connects to something you care about, Think beyond the numbers. Do you want peace of mind in case of a medical emergency? Freedom to take a break from work? Money is never just about money. It's about what it can make possible for you. Next, break that goal into bite-sized actions. If your goal is $30,000 in a year, that's around $2,500 per month, or about $83 a day. That daily figure feels real. It helps you make better choices because you understand what your goal demands. Now think about where the money will come from. Can you cut back on unused subscriptions? Cook at home a few more nights a week? Pick up a weekend freelance gig? A goal without a funding plan is just theory. You need action to back it up. Also, make it visible. Write your goal down. Stick it on your fridge or set it as your phone wallpaper. Seeing it often keeps you connected to it. It's easy to forget a goal buried in a notebook. It's harder to ignore one that stares back at you daily. Track your progress, not to judge yourself, but to stay accountable. Even if you fall short one month, you'll at least know what happened and why. That awareness helps you course correct, not quit. And small wins keep your motivation alive. And don't keep it in your head alone. Share your goal with someone you trust, a friend, a spouse, even a financial community online. Just knowing someone else is rooting for you or checking in makes you more likely to stay committed. Remember, progress isn't linear. You'll have good months and bad ones. That's normal. What matters is staying in the game. Missing a target doesn't mean you failed. It means you're learning how to adjust. That's how real success is built. Every time you complete a financial goal, no matter how small, you're rewiring how you think about money. You're proving to yourself that you're capable, that you're in control, and that confidence spills into every other area of your life. So now you know how to set a goal that works. It's clear, personal, achievable, and backed by small daily action. In the next scene, we'll talk about how to stay motivated long-term and what to do when life throws you off track. So you've set a financial goal, maybe to pay off debt, build a safety fund, or invest regularly. You're motivated, you've made a plan, and then life throws you off. A sudden car repair, a medical bill, a work slowdown. It's frustrating, but it's also normal. Sticking to financial goals isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. You will have off months. You might overspend or fall short of your savings target, but that doesn't mean you failed. It just means you're human. The key is learning how to bounce back without giving up. One of the most powerful things you can do is build systems, not just habits. For example, automate your savings, even if it's just $1,000 a week. That small action removes willpower from the equation. It happens quietly in the background, no decision-making required. Another tip? Create what I call a messy month buffer. If your budget always feels tight, plan for the unexpected by building a tiny cushion. It could be as simple as leaving $3,000 untouched in your checking account. That buffer gives you breathing space when plans go sideways. Also, make your goals flexible. If your income drops or expenses rise, scale down. Don't shut down. Maybe instead of saving $1,500 this month, you save $1,000. That's still a win, and it keeps your streak alive, which is huge for long-term confidence. Avoid the all-or-nothing trap. People often think, if I can't do it perfectly, why bother? But real progress is built in messy, inconsistent layers. You save $50 here, cancel an unused subscription there, and over time, those small actions add up to something real. It also helps to revisit your why. Why did you set this goal in the first place? Was it peace of mind, freedom from debt, a sense of control? When you reconnect with that deeper reason, it becomes easier to push through the dips and distractions. Track your progress visually. Use a chart, a habit tracker, or even a jar where you drop a coin every time you save. Sounds simple, but when you can see your effort adding up, it makes the process feel more real and more rewarding. Celebrate small wins. Paid off a credit card? Celebrate it. Hit a 3-month saving streak? Treat yourself within reason. These mini celebrations make the process more enjoyable and reinforce that progress is happening, even if it's slower than you hoped. And if you do fall off track completely, don't start over. Just pick up where you left off. No guilt, no drama, adjust your plan, refocus, and move forward. That reset mentality is what separates those who succeed from those who quit. Talk to others. Whether it's a friend, a partner, or a community online, having someone to share your journey with makes it easier. They can offer support, keep you accountable, or just remind you that you're not alone in this process. Consistency isn't about being perfect, it's about staying in motion. Even when life gets messy, your commitment to small actions keeps the bigger vision alive. And that vision, it's how you build a future that actually feels good to live in. Let's zoom out for a moment. What's the real reason you care about money? It's not just to pay bills or retire someday. It's to build a life you actually enjoy living. One with freedom, security, and choices that reflect your values. That's the long game. Financial goals shouldn't just be about survival. They should be about creating space. Space to breathe, to take a vacation without guilt, to care for your family without panic, to take time off if you need to. That's what financial wellness really looks like. It's easy to get caught in the cycle of hustle and sacrifice, always chasing the next milestone. But if your plan doesn't leave room for joy, peace, or rest, then what's it all for? Money is a tool, not the destination. It's supposed to support your life, not consume it. So how do you build a financial life that feels good long-term? Start by checking in regularly. Once a month, take 20 minutes to review your numbers. Look at what's working, what's not, and whether your spending still reflects your priorities. This isn't punishment, it's power. Be intentional about spending. It's not about cutting back on everything. It's about cutting back on what doesn't matter so you can spend freely on what does. That might mean fewer impulse buys and more weekend getaways, or less clutter and more peace of mind. Include fun in your plan. Seriously, budget for joy. If your financial journey is all about restriction, it'll feel like a diet, and you'll probably rebel. But if you set aside money for things that make you smile, you're far more likely to stay consistent. Also, define what enough means to you. Not what social media says, not what your neighbors drive, just you. When you know your number, whether for savings, income, or lifestyle, you can stop chasing endlessly and start enjoying what you've built. As you grow, your financial needs will shift. You might downsize, you might support aging parents, you might want to travel more or work less. That's why it's important to revisit your long-term goals every few years and adjust them based on what life actually looks like. Invest in peace of mind, not just returns. Sure, the market matters, but so does sleep. Having a decent emergency fund, a basic insurance plan, or just knowing your bills are covered next month can be more powerful than chasing the next hot stock. And don't forget to involve the people who matter. Talk with your partner about shared goals. Teach your kids what you wish someone had taught you. Financial wellness becomes even more meaningful when it's something you pass forward. Over time, this work creates something deeper than just money. It creates stability, confidence, freedom, and most importantly, peace. You're no longer reacting to life's emergencies. You're designing a future with intention. That's what this is all about. Because in the end, building wealth isn't about having more. It's about having enough and knowing what to do with it. That clarity, that power, it's within reach. You just have to keep playing the long game, one smart step at a time. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to take the next right step. Because your financial future isn't built overnight. It's built in quiet, consistent moments like this. The truth is, it's not too late. So wherever you are, start now. Your money should serve your life, not the other way around. And the future you want? It's not just possible. It's waiting for you to show up and claim it.